Welcome to this Masterclass summary of our Keep Clients Engaged This Summer session. My name is Anthony, and I will have the pleasure of sharing with you some really valuable content to make sure that the season ahead is as successful as possible. One of the high-level themes of this session is helping you connect with your clients, identify opportunities to overcome their challenges, and then how you can use the ABC Trainerize tools to put those solutions in place. We see this as a way of reducing the amount of clients that may want to take time away from your services if they're on vacation or if their schedules are shifting, and also just a way of expanding and adding value to those clients. If they're unable to show up for as many workouts, we've got many other ways in which you can help those clients still stay on track and make progress in other areas. So let's dive in by highlighting what are some of the key seasonal shifts to look out for in your client base. You may have some of these impact your services, or maybe all of them. The first one is vacations and travel. During the summer season, a lot of clients will take time off, some of them for extended time periods. This is, of course, going to shake up their routine quite a bit. If you have clients who are parents, their kids may be home from school, meaning they have more responsibilities throughout their day, more to juggle in their schedule, and more challenges when it comes to adhering to the plan. Some clients will want to get outdoors more, do more biking, cycling, hiking, or just get to the park or the beach rather than get inside a gym. So this is naturally going to give them a different focus for the warmer months. When it comes to schedules and gym access, due to the reasons above and other reasons, clients in general will find that their schedule might be shaken up a little and they might have less flexibility to go to the gym sessions that they're used to. Beyond all of this, when it comes to nutrition, sleep, and stress, the lifestyle changes of maybe having more social events, wedding season, more dining out, these kind of things can bring their own challenges for clients. What you want to do is identify what your clients are most concerned about, find out where their challenges might be, and then implement some solutions. To get the answers to these questions, you could ask your clients if you directly interact with them one-to-one on a video call or in person. You could also send a general message out to everyone. Or what we're going to share today is how you could put this into a form and schedule it for your clients to complete. To get started with your form, we're going to go to Master Libraries and drop down to Forms. If you haven't used this before, to start a new form, you would simply select New. You would give it a name, and then you can proceed to add the questions that you want to ask. Every service and client and coach will have their own series of questions, depending on what's most important for you to know about your clients for the upcoming season. You can ask questions that are a rating 1 to 10, open text answers, multiple select answers, and single select answers. I'm going to share the example of the summer plans form that I have created. Once you create your form, you can also click this preview button and you'll get more of a sense of how it will look in the app for your clients. In this one, we're asking clients, how confident are you that you can stay consistent with your program this summer? Then we're asking, what tends to disrupt your routine most during the summer? And we've highlighted some of those things that we mentioned earlier. Is it travel? Is it dining out? Is it just a general lack of motivation, or do they prefer to exercise outdoors? They can highlight what's going to impact it. Then we're asking, what would help you stay more consistent this summer? This is where we can start identifying potential solutions. Maybe they want more shorter travel-friendly workouts. Maybe they want to focus on habits. And because they have more going on in the summer, they want more sleep and stress support. Then we're asking, what would success look like for you this summer? Would it be just showing up? Is it focusing on habits, nutrition, a specific goal, or just staying on track while enjoying the summer? Let's say this client just wants to show up consistently, and then they can maybe give extra details in this example of when their vacation is going to be, and if they have any other thoughts or questions. This vacation question can be really helpful. If a client lets you know that they're going to be on vacation for 2 weeks at the start of July, you can take those dates and the location they're going to, add it to your client notes, and then you're going to have that as an easy reference. If your client is not adhering to the program for those 2 weeks, you already know it's probably because they're on vacation, or you can send them a message to help them get motivated and focused before they go on vacation or when they get back to get back into the routine, or which we'll share in a little bit, you might want to send them across some extra workouts they can do to stay on track while they're traveling. Having a form like this and scheduling it for your clients will help you get clear answers on what's most important to them. When it comes to scheduling to your clients, there are a couple of ways you could do this. One option is you can go to individual client profiles, open up their calendar and schedule it in. Another option is you can go to the programs that they're in and you can schedule it in on set days. We don't currently have a tool that will enable you to send a form out to all clients on a set date. So if you're working with large client numbers, I'm going to share a tool that might help you in rolling this out to many clients at once. To do this, we would click on our programs. We click new, and we're just going to call this the summer form program. This is just going to be a 1-week program. And all we're going to do in this program is schedule in our form on a set date. So let's say I want my clients to complete this form on Monday at the start of next week. What I would do is click on the calendar day number 1. I'd select to add my form and I'd add my summer plans form. This is just a one-time form, so I only need them to complete it once. What I would then do is subscribe all my clients to this. If you want to subscribe all your clients, the fastest ways to do this is to go to your client base, select your check mark icon here, then select all 24 items. That would be all 24 clients in this example. And then what I can do, subscribe them all to my summer form program starting next Monday as an add-on program. I know this is somewhat of a workaround, but it's just a process that you could follow if you want to quickly schedule this for many clients at once. This will prevent you from having to go into 24 different client profiles and schedule the form 24 different times. So if you want to double check that this is set up, jump to a client calendar and take a look at next Monday, and we can see the summer plans form is scheduled. When you get a form answer, you'll be able to see the answer on your client's profile summary card. You can also see it from their dashboard on the completed form or their recent activities, but you could come here, select their summer plans, and you'll see their answers listed. Processing and identifying your opportunities depends on how many clients you're working with. One potential option is you take all of those form responses, you copy and paste them into an AI tool, and you get some kind of analysis of what might be an opportunity for you to focus on based on what most clients' answers are. Another thing you can do is just monitor it, manually each time a client completes a form and take notes of what you feel will be important. This is where we can start thinking about real practical ways to keep your clients engaged in the summer. If our client was going away for 2 weeks, they have their kids at home, and they really love training outdoors, and that was common amongst all of my clients, using strategic on-demand workout libraries could be a fantastic way to get clients excited about the season. Perhaps you give them hotel room hustle workouts. So when your clients are traveling, they have routines that are 20 minutes or less that they can do from the hotel room to stay on track. Maybe you give them stretch routines that they can do at the airport when they're waiting for their flight. Maybe you create park or beach workout circuits that they can do, outdoor focus sessions that maybe help them improve their running, cycling, or hiking and different events that they might be involved in. Or maybe you create home dumbbell alternatives. So if a client can't make the gym on their usual day, they can quickly access a library and still get a workout in. For on-demand workout libraries, we're going to jump back to our account, and I want to highlight how you can create these. If you go to Master Libraries and select Programs, you'll click the New button, you'll select Build New, and you'll go to the on-demand workout library option. When clients have these on their account, it'll look very much like we have on the right-hand side preview here. They'll be listed and there'll be carousels that they can swipe through to find a workout. These are self-serve, so they've never scheduled and there's no progressions, but for these kind of solutions, they can work perfectly. You would give your program a name and you would save it. It would then add it to your library and you could proceed to add your workouts. In this Beach Burner on-demand program, I've got 3 workouts. If I give my clients access to this anytime that they're on the beach and want to get fitter, or they've went to the beach today instead of the gym, but they still want to get a session, they're going to have access to my cardio kicker, strength circuit, or beach yoga flow, giving them options to stay engaged. If your clients are into certain sports like hiking, maybe you create warm-up routines or cool down stretch routines. These are ways that you can really think about what your client specific needs are within the audience that you serve. If you want a place to start from, click on the New button and go to the Trainerize library. We have 3 on-demand libraries already built for you. Once you import these, they are fully editable, so they can be attuned further to your coaching style. If you want to use any of these, simply click on it, select Import, and put it into your shared programs. Once here, you're welcome to go to any of the workouts and edit them or add your own routines into the library. This is a really excellent way to add value to your clients in general, but something we see as specifically important in the summer season. Now, taking a look at some of these other ways that you can help keep clients engaged. Perhaps you create nutrition tips for dining out. It could be your holiday guide to eating. Or maybe you inform your clients that throughout the summer, you're going to be providing weekly lessons or tips. So clients are going to be consistently learning about how they can cook better, reduce their stress, and improve their sleep. Some of these components that we're thinking about are how can we give value to our clients if they can't show up for the workouts? This could also include habit-focused coaching, maybe sending certain forms like we created earlier. You could create one with a weekly reflection for your clients to focus on, and even creating community groups that clients can engage with each other or strategic challenges. Let's take a look at how some of these might look. If I wanted to create an experience where clients will get weekly updates with summer tips and motivation, what I could do is create a group. Under the group section, I could select new. And for this kind of group setup, what I'm going to do is select an icon. Let's choose something summery like the sun. I'm going to call this the Summer Motivation Series. Depending on how you want clients to engage, you can enable them to post into their group, or you can keep it focused on only trainers. For this example today, I'm thinking I'm just going to send all this information to my clients each week. So I'm going to say it's only trainers. When I click add, there's an extra step we always recommend with groups, which is going to the settings, and we're going to switch off the auto posts so that clients, when they complete these activities, it doesn't share it with everyone in the group. I can then add my members either from the client list or from the right-hand side. If you've created groups before, you'll be very familiar with these steps. Whenever clients are added, and again, you could add all of your clients or just some of them, they're going to get a notification in their app that they've just been added to the Summer Motivation group. What I can then do is each week or maybe every couple of days, I can come in here with a quote of the day, a link to my favorite podcast, or just a short video or voice note to help my clients get excited. If I've created YouTube content or Vimeo content, I can add the links here and clients will be able to access it. Anything that you want to, you can simply type it in here and post it. Clients will receive the notification. Again, what we're thinking about here is how will clients stay motivated, keep opening their app day to day, even if they can't make their usual workout. While I've highlighted how you can do this with groups, you can also mass message all your clients through the client section. You can consider pre-planning automated messages in programs. And if you're using the business add-on tools, you could also consider creating a promotional banner where you come to this section under announcements, you can select new, and you can proceed to build and design a banner that will be on display at the top of the screen for clients to click on. One example I will share here is this one, which is asking my clients if their lack of sleep is impacting the results and sharing that I've released a podcast. We can then have a clickable button right in the app for clients to access this. Value, value, value. Getting clients excited, motivated, and focused, and opening up the app. And lastly, based on some of the examples we shared, you could consider launching a challenge. Challenges are a fun way to create friendly competition with clients. You can create challenges from the challenges section, which includes your ability to name them, set your rules, expectations, when it starts, when it ends. And this can be a great way to engage not just your existing client base, but maybe inviting them to bring a friend into the challenge and promote your business and maybe even expand and grow this season. Now let's talk about another important part of the summer season, managing time off, not just for your clients, but for you. For your clients, when you're having that discussion about the summer season, if they let you know that they're going to have to take a break from your service, there's a few different ways you can approach that. You can downgrade them entirely and then maybe reach out after the summer to see if they want to re-engage. If they are planning to come back, you could consider creating a temporary discount code, which can be done if you're using our payment integration tool and applying that to their service, meaning they won't pay anything maybe for the next 2 installments. And if your clients are still wanting to get involved, but just can't do as much as they previously could, maybe you encourage them to downgrade to a lower tier or a seasonal plan. We're going to share some of the ways you could use these features through Trainerize. Firstly, if we go to our payments tab and select discount codes, we can create a code to give the clients that time off without having to cancel their subscription and then ask them to agree to it again after the summer. So again, to re-emphasize, this is for those clients taking a temporary amount of time off. In this example, we're going to create a discount code where my clients will get 1 month free. So I'm going to call this Summer Vacay Free. I'm going to say this is 100% off, and I'm going to say this is valid for the number of weeks or months that my clients are away. This will mean that any transaction during that time period will be 100% off. This is very important because it doesn't give your clients 100% off for 1 week. If they're paying monthly and their monthly billing cycle lands in that 1 week, then they'll have 100% off that month. So this is creating the window in which the discount code will be active during any transaction that happens during that time frame. When it comes to the products, maybe this is only for specific products. You can also put in maximum redemptions and all the rest. For this, I would say that it's probably fine just to leave all of these things more open because you're not sharing this publicly. You're just going to be applying this to your clients' profiles. If I click add, what I can do now under my clients' profiles for anyone who's actively on a plan is I can select their profile card. I can go to their sales section, and for any active sales, they'll be listed here. You can click onto that, and there'll be a section that will have the option for you to add a discount code. If I know that Alice is going on vacation and their billing cycle is coming up within the next week, what I can do is add the discount code, and that means that their next transaction will be completely free. Again, this is a strategic way of avoiding the need to actually cancel your client's subscription and instead temporarily pause it. If a client's going away for 2 weeks and you charge them every 4 weeks, you could also create a discount code for 50% off. During that time frame, you're absolutely welcome to downgrade the client so that they are on your basic client list, meaning they don't take up one of your client seats anymore. This will keep their payments active, but will reduce their access in the app for that time that they're not paying for it. That's generally up to you, and it depends how many client seats and how strict that you want to be with that access during those timeframes with your client. If you wanted to create a lower tier program or service that your clients can follow during the summer season, your steps there would be to build your program, and then under your payments, create your new product for that offering. Again, this is up to you. Maybe you already have lower tier services that you can shift them across to. But maybe if they can no longer make check-in calls or one-to-one sessions if you're working in person, maybe you want to put them on an online-only program or with less accountability support, but still give them access to track their progress in the app, stay connected, message you with the questions instead of discussing them in person. Those kind of services can do really well in the summer season. Now we get to address our final focus for today, which is how you as the coach can take time off to avoid burnout, to make sure that you get rest and recovered, and making sure that you feel like you can show up as your best for your clients. If you have your own vacation time off, there's some things that you can do to help make the experience better for you and your clients. One thing that can be helpful is setting realistic barriers. Maybe you let them know that you might be slower to reply because you've got different events on this summer. If you want to take time off, I want to highlight a couple of tools within Trainerize that can help you with that. There's the autoresponder, which can be found under your name on the top right, under My Account. If you're taking vacation time off, you can add it here. For example, if I know I'm going to be off, let's just say next month from the 8th to the 21st, I'll put in those dates and I'll add this as vacation time off. During that time, nobody will be able to book with me. Then in the autoresponder, I can switch this on so that during my vacation time, clients will automatically receive this response if they try and message me. Here's an example. Client's first name. As you know, downtime is important for managing our stress and optimizing health. I practice what I preach and will be out of town this week. I will, however, still check in for important messages on Wednesday and Friday. Otherwise, see you next week. It really depends on your business and your needs, but an autoresponder is a fantastic way to give clients a clear expectation while you're out. Beyond that, if you know that a client has an event coming up, let's go back to our client, Anne. Let's say that Anne has a 10-kilometer run planned, and it's during my vacation time. But I want to make sure that they're focused, feel motivated, and know that I'm cheering them on from my remote location. When it comes to that time, you can click on any day on a client's calendar. Select auto messages and then proceed to create your own message. In this example, I'm dropping Anne a message to wish them the best during their fun run. I can schedule this in advance. This means that while I might be enjoying my own vacation, I'm confident that I've already pre-planned some important communication for those clients that need it. By using the autoresponder, communicating clearly with clients, and using pre-planned strategic messages when they're important, you as a coach can take time off with less stress. Every coach is going to have their own experience. Sometimes taking downtime is great. It's time also where you might be able to work on the business and not just in it. If you've been thinking about launching a new program, working with a new client audience, or creating some kind of other revenue stream, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to focus on those areas if your business quietens down. Then when September comes, which is traditionally a very busy season in the fitness industry, you'll be able to have the strongest setup for your business. The tools we shared today can also be utilized coming up towards the end of the year when it also often gets quiet, like in December. You could use on-demand libraries. You can give your clients value with resources or focusing more on nutrition and habit tools during those time periods as well. This helps you keep your clients engaged year round and lets you show up as a coach consistently, even through the lifestyle challenges your clients will experience. We hope you found this information helpful and you've got some ideas for your own services. And we wish you a very successful summer season.